What is one tip that sports photographers use? And it comes down to focusing. How do you focus your pictures? So, all cameras are initially set up that you push the shutter button half down to find the focus and then all the way down to take the picture. Now, sports photographers, I mean, most, like, it can be any portrait, wildlife, whatever photographers, but a lot of sports photographers, they will take the focus out of the shutter button and put it on the back of the camera, which is what we call back button focus. And so it's on the Canon, my 5D Mark IV, it's the third button in. And so when I'm shooting, I just use my thumb, find the focus, and push the shutter down. Now, when I first started photography, sports photography, I used it the normal way, pushing the shutter button half down and then taking the picture. And I felt like I missed a lot. I felt like it was very sensitive and just one little tiny move and I was off in no man's land with my focus. And it was really frustrating. So I decided to do a little research and realized like everybody was using back button focus. So I thought I'd give it a try. I did it at a baseball game, which baseball is arguably one of the hardest sports to shoot, and hated it. I felt like I had missed everything. I felt like it wasn't working. And so halfway through the game, I switched back to shutter button. Now, I think I did a little better because, again, it's something that I was used to, but still not great. And so I'm like, I'm going to give it a try again. And the more I got used to using the back button, the more comfortable I got with it. Now, do I still miss? Unfortunately, yes. I still kind of miss every once in a while, which is fine. I think every photographer misses like some as well. Kids like to take a sharp turn or dive or whatever, and you don't always have the fastest reaction. And so, but that's pretty much what I strictly use anymore. It's back button focus. Now, some photographers love it, some photographers absolutely hate it. But I personally am in that love it phase. And I use it for portrait work, I use it for landscape work, and it really helps me decide where that focus should be. Because once you press it down on the button on the back, and if you let it go, it locks there. So then if you want to like off center with your rules of third, you can focus on your subject, slightly move to change the composition, and it's not going to change. Now, I also move the pointer around in the middle. That's another tip. I set it so the little toggle is I can move my focus point around, which I use actually a ton in sports photography based on what I'm shooting. And so that way it kind of lets you be able to compose pictures differently without worrying about losing your focus because you can lock it in. And also, like, as athletes are going, if they're running straight across you, like you lock the focus in and it's easier to keep track of them. I feel like it's easier for me to just hold the button down, follow as they go. If they want to change levels, because we know they like to, it's just easier for me to, like I said, to follow and focus on what I need. Like I said, some people love it. I actually I should tell this story at some point. A camera store owner, he owned this camera store. It's a camera store that I've only gone to twice, and after like this experience, I'm never going back. But thankfully, we have another one. This isn't the one that I would typically go to. It was a different one. But like, he was just like, I don't understand you sports photographers and using back button focus. Literally words that were said to me. And it was a very, very bad experience. And so definitely not going back again. But anyways, he was like, you should go back to like using the shutter button, and why do you think it's like better? And I'm like, I'm more comfortable with it. And he was like, you need to go back. He also said I need to shoot in JPEG instead of RAW, which I'll shoot in JPEG every once in a while, but I feel like those pictures are softer and harder to edit. I like my RAW. I'll shoot JPEG if I have to, but I prefer to shoot RAW. So like I said, I should tell that story because it was chaos. Um, But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of depends on what you're comfortable with. So if you feel like you're missing a lot when it comes to focusing and you're like misfocusing or you don't think it's focusing correctly, try back button focus if you don't already. Um, Practice at home. Practice like if you have a pet that can run, or like if you have a kid or whatever, like practice at home using it. Or maybe don't use it on a sport like baseball. Maybe start with like football or basketball, where they're a little more contained and it's not um, crazy. I think I'll do a list on like easy to hard sports for me to shoot. Um, but yeah, but like I said, once I got used to it, I love it. Like I said, I use it all the time. But I understand like some people just don't. So like I said, it could be a really good thing for you to try and see if you like it, see if you're getting better focus. You're not missing as much. If you still are, you can always go back. But it's in the settings, like mine, if you hit the Q, actually, yeah. And then you go into, actually, no, you go into the little camera over here. You hit OK. It's in this AF on. Yeah. So, like I said, it's in this menu here. Without playing around with it, I don't know because I've said it a long time ago. So yeah, if you have any questions about back button focus, if you want to hear the chaotic mansplaining camera store owner to me story, let me know. I will tell it. Like I said, that story was crazy. It happened a few years ago now. But yeah, if you have any questions about back button focus, how to use it, if it's good for sports photography or not, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I will see you in the next video.